Tonight we have Nicole Paige Brooks from RuPaul's Drag Season #2. I'm very excited to have her on tonight because my intern is superly obsessed with you.
Oh, I love that. I love obsession. Who's your intern? Tell me it's a boy.
No, it's Liza Nesson.
Oh, yay, Liza.
Liza loves you.
Is
And
she
she
a
actually,
lesbian at least?
you know what? I think she goes both ways.
Okay, she's bisexual, just greedy.
She's greedy.
Greedy.
And I like that about her. But
Well,
she was really excited about you, and she did a couple of my Twitters, and she's like, you need to get Nicole on your show. So I'm very excited to have you here.
Is she there?
She's not here tonight. No, she's back up in New York.
Oh, okay, well, tell her I said, fuck it, I don't know. What do you say to straight, is she bisexual? What do you say to bisexual people? I don't know.
I don't know. They're kind of like, I'm not bisexual, so I'm not sure. We'll talk to her about that. She'll tweet it out. I'm sure she'll be all over it.
Tell her to tweet me about it.
I will. She definitely will. So we wanted to know, what age did you start doing your drag career?
February 22nd, 1995.
Wow. I was still in high school.
Oh, shut up. Bye. I was, too. I wasn't supposed to. No. No, I was not in high school. I was 21.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So what made you get into it?
I had just turned 21 in July, and then I started going out to this bar called Angles in Oklahoma City.
Okay.
And I had a lot of friends. I'm a very extroverted person, so I knew everybody in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And Rachel Eriks, who is now a former Miss Gay America, was hosting a AIDS benefit, and it was called Studs to Stars. It was like a little pageant. They had presentation, which was like a little cocktail dress, and then swimsuit and talent. And you just took the tip bucket around, and whoever raised the most money won that.
And how much money would you have won?
What?
How much money did you win?
I don't even know how much money it was, but I mean, how much money we raised. But I'd say it's my little crown that was bought and paid for because I knew everybody in the audience, so I just, and then whenever there was a charity event or something like that in Oklahoma, they would ask me to do it because I guess I was the reigning, charity queen or whatever, Studs to Stars. So, but back then I didn't do my own makeup. Everybody always did. All the other queens did everything for me.
Okay.
They all painted my makeup, and I always borrowed somebody's hair and borrowed somebody's outfit. And I mean, I didn't really. As far as costuming, it was like a bra and a panty without anything on it, just like off the shelf. It was real tired.
Well, if anybody has seen you, actually, you have a lot of fans. You have a lot of fans here. You are tall and skinny, and man, your eye makeup's so on point. I'm like, I wish I need you to come do my eye makeup before I go on air all the time on Friday.
Thanks. Well, I just, whenever I moved from Oklahoma, I moved to Tunica, Mississippi, and I lived with my father, and I would just go in the bathroom and copy. I would put all the pictures around the mirror from how the other girls did it, and I just play with my makeup. I put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off.
Right. It does take practice. I've been doing a lot of that on my own lately myself because it costs a lot of money to have somebody else do it for me. So who are your inspirations out there with, in the drag world that, you looked up to? But more people look up to you now, but back then.
Well, I've always had my drag mother, Shauna's always been, my mentor and taking care of me and kept me in line and helped me fix the things that need to be fixed. I just call it like that little sauna, the Brooks shine she puts on everybody. But I was just lucky to be surrounded by, national title holders like Ashley Cruz and Shauna Brooks and Lauren LeMaster, Alexis Kelly. I've just been just Charlie Brown, Monica Van Pelt. There's just been so many here in Atlanta. Raquel Lord, Naisha Dupree, Nicole Love Dupree. There's just a wealth of role models here in Atlanta as far as national title holders and just amazing mentors.
Well, I got to get down there and check this out.
Yeah, it really. RuPaul came from here. Lady Bunny is from here. This is.
Oh yeah, that's right. Speaking of RuPaul,
the drag mecca.
What was it like?
We've had every national title has been brought back here more than one time.
Really?
There's not a drag pageant that we have not.
So it's like the drag capital.
like Miss National is Sean and Ashley Cruz. BOY is Raquel Lord, the Alta Nicole, Raven. Miss USA, Nicole Dupree, Raquel Lord.
God, you have a lot of the top names, actually.
Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. Speaking of RuPaul and Raven, what was it like being on a reality show?
Oh, not that Raven, a different Raven.
Oh, okay. We'll get back to
Not
that. We'll get back to that because that's one of the top two questions.
Raven of Charlotte Brown's Cabaret. That thing from the show, I don't even know her.
Oh, okay. Well, that would answer one of my fan questions. They did send some in for you, but
Oh yeah, I love fan questions.
All right, we'll get to back to that in 1 second. But how is it like being on season 2 of Drag Race? I mean, what is it like being on a reality series? Is it crazy, weird?
Well, I mean, this was never before the RuPaul show. I didn't grow up as a kid saying I'm going to be a drag queen. That was never. Nicole was a complete accident to me.
Mm-hmm.
She just avalanched into an amazing, life for me to where it's enabled me to do. First off, I love her schedule. It's enabled me to be free all day with my son when I want to be. Like right now, my mother is recovering from heart surgery, and I'm able to be there all day, every day. And, then I go to work at night, and I can just come sit back by her side and take care of her home and do things. I get to travel, and it's just, it was never my intention to be doing this. I probably would have ended up with something in the entertainment field, but I didn't have a clue what it would be.
Right. Sometimes we are just pushed some ways that we don't know.
RuPaul was like drag queen prison, because all you saw was drag queens and people shuffling drag queens,
What in the show?
Yeah, when you're on the show, that's all it is. It's like it's not very fun.
Really? Well, tell me why.
I would describe it, but the after effect of it is,
Great.
Of course, a lot of fun. If you don't Google it yourself.
Well, it sounds like it's almost like going to camp. You can't use your phones or have contact with your families.
Yeah, I mean it's much worse now ever since the Willem. So ever since that. She got thrown off the show because I think she's like her boyfriend there or something. I don't know. But now they from what I understand are they wand your suitcases and search everything for other electronic devices. And they didn't do all that with me.
Right.
With us, they just came to our room and took our stuff like on day 1 or 2, and it wasn't that strict. So
that doesn't sound like fun.
After the show with each other, and I don't think they're allowed to do that anymore.
Well, yeah, because social media just takes off like second by second. Like today, in the NFL, Tom Brady's suspension. I mean, Twitter went crazy here in Boston.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I could see why they do that. I don't think I would want to. If you had to do it again, would you do it again, though?
Oh, yeah, I'd do it again.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah, I would do it again. And now the money is like, what, 5 times what it was? It was $20,000 when I was on there. It's $100,000 now. I would do it 6 more times for it.
Now, do you watch RuPaul on his new show on E! News or the E! Network?
I do. Well, I've seen it a couple of times. I've been kind of crazy busy, but
right.
Yeah, I like it.
You do? Yeah, it's kind of funny. I've watched it a couple of times.
Yeah, I don't know who that girl is, but I like her too.
She's a little wild. Yeah. I think I could do better.
You think you could do better?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm
going up to E! News. I'm going to E! News in New York next Wednesday, so we'll see.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we need a new Dr. Ruth, so, Dr. Sarah, here I am.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Sarah. And you have an app, right?
I do. Now, have you used the SAC app yet?
Okay, see, I'm not a big slutty person. Nicole looks like a whore, but, that's where I got the Betty Page.
But maybe you have friends that are whores.
Because
I have friends that are whores.
Do what?
Maybe you have some friends that are whores, because I get a couple. They were my inspiration to make it.
Oh, they were? Well, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can probably give you some more options to put in there for you.
Well, we have a whole new app coming out in a month. There's a lot of new options coming up.
Is it a free app, or how much is it?
It will be. It's 99 cents currently. It's going to be 99. It's going to be free about in a month. But what we're doing is, if you want to add partner, like individuals, it's going to cost you an in-app purchase for 99 cents. And do you want me to tell you some of the new categories we have?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. We have new sections.
Wait, no, explain the whole thing to me, because I don't have that.
Okay, so what it is,
if you're a slut or whatever, you just put in there who it was, and you can rate them with stars. But how do they not see it?
We don't rate them. We don't rate them. We just put them in the SAC.
You just put them in your SAC.
Mm-hmm.
And it's SAC, right?
SAC, Sexual Activity Calendar. Available on iTunes and Google Play.
Do what? On iTunes and Google Play,
right.
Okay.
So right now what it is the reason I made it was because a lot of girls were sleeping around and getting, HPV and stuff. So we decided we wanted to make it fun. Plus all my friends have, like, lists that they keep in their drawers. So I was like, why not make a virtual black book?
Yeah.
Where you can keep it right there and then.
For women, or you have. Anybody can use it, right?
Anyone.
It's gay friendly, right?
Oh,
it's SAG friendly.
Super gay friendly. Actually, we did a huge. Everybody in that community loves us because we're really into testing safe sex and all that. We actually did a huge New Year's Eve party here in Boston. So yeah, it's been very big in the gay community.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, it should be, because I would think that these whores could use that stuff. I mean,
they are whores.
They need to be on that.
Mm-hmm. My friend Jeremy, who also loves you, is a little whore.
Who does?
From Dicks and Drinks. That's the name of his website.
From Dicks and Drinks?
Yep.
Oh my goodness. I mean, what is that? What's that website again?
DicksandDrinks.com. Yep.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
He's another wild one too. You got to come out here to Boston. It's kind of crazy.
I do. Okay. Well, is that porn? I don't watch a lot of porn. Is that
no.
Does that sound like a prude?
No. His is more about, like, dating and then, like, the bar scene and hooking up and all that stuff. So
Okay. Now
just kind of like the SAC app, where we're going to have new positions. Like, you can add your positions: missionary, doggy style, rocking horse, extra credit. It's a game now. So what it'll do is it'll rate all your people that you're sleeping with. And then when you're drunk, it'll give you your top 3 hookups.
The SAC app does that now?
It will be in a month. Yep. We're going to have extra credit of spanking, hair pulling.
You're drunk dialing.
Huh?
It'll give you your top 3 people to drunk dial?
Drunk dial, especially the men.
That is so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so if you're a guy, you can put in there, is there a 15 option?
There's all different options. There's a you can rate the size of the guy, whether he has a nubbin, anaconda, that kind of stuff.
If he has a what? Anaconda or a nubbin?
A nubbin.
A nubbin, that's terrible.
You got nubbin, you get no lovin', right?
If you got nubbin, no, that's terrible. Well, I'm a top, not a size queen, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but you need to tell all your friends about the SAC app.
Yeah, I really do, the SAC app. Okay, so when you start seeing a whole bunch of 99 cents from Atlanta, I want my cut, girl.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be flying you up here to Boston. We'll be having a good time. I'll put you live on my show.
Okay, well, I will. I'm going to download it when I get this done. I'm going to put it. Well, I don't really have stuff in you for so long. I guess I can go through and rate all my exes on it.
Absolutely. Hey, you got to know where you've been. Where you coming from.
Yeah, well, I can remember pretty much, I think. Okay, I want to hear some of these. Okay, I'm not supposed to be leading this conversation. You are. Go ahead.
What's that?
I was going to say, I want to hear these questions people ask.
Oh, you want to hear the Boston's questions?
Yeah, the viewer questions or whatever, yeah.
Yep, they want to still know if you're feuding with Raven.
I'm not feuding with Raven. Well, I don't think we were ever feuding. That was an editing stunt, really. Not really an editing stunt. I have a thing, if you didn't say it, they can't play it. You know what I'm saying? So everything they did I happened. But, like, they edited it to, like, there's a point where they asked who we thought the cutest, who we thought was going to be the cutest boy. And I was like, well, I think Raven is going to be cute. She looks like a man in a dress anyway, you know what I'm saying? She looked like a cute boy sitting there.
Right.
And then they have me stroking that pole or whatever that belongs to me. Because I was doing that at the bartender. I was trying to, they don't play me trying to have the bartender. They play me trying to have Raven.
Oh, so they did some good editing, so it made you look like you were chasing her?
But anyway, so, I mean, there was really no feud. But I didn't know that she was being so shady in the
edit, like after talking about you after?
In the confessionals or whatever. I just don't do that. I just feel like I liked season 1 because it kind of showed what goes on in a dressing room. It showed like a legend, a little monster, a little newcomer queen, and a black girl, white girl, a big one, a small one. It shows you kind of what you get when you go to a show, what a good cast should look like. It should have, something for every fan in the audience, not just a whole bunch of lovely skinny queens, not just a whole bunch of big girls, not just a whole bunch of camp, And I liked how it showed the effort and everything that went into it. And then whenever I got on there, I felt like they turned it into some housewives drama bullshit, and I didn't really like that. The very first episode, they were screaming and yelling, fighting about 2 pieces and a biscuit. I'm from Chicago. I'm like, oh my God.
They made you look like
me into. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. They made you look like the diva.
I just don't act that way. You know what I'm saying? I don't work with people that act that way. I would have had everybody fired.
I don't blame you.
I would have been like, okay, I can't work with Morgan. I can't work with Miss Thing because they're going to fight like banshees. You know, and I just thought it was very unprofessional. Who's going to hire somebody that acts like that?
No.
Was all I was thinking. You know, and I just didn't want to present myself that way, and I'm not going to. Now, you put me on there now, I'll call every single one of them a bunch of fucking backward whores, you know, just for whatever they want to hear. I'm giving you $100,000.
Well, that's what they want. That's what they want. Things have changed.
We can talk about it later.
Absolutely.
You know, and I guess they were playing the game more than I was willing to do at that point. But
right, and you left early. You weren't there very long.
Yeah, no, I was there. I left on the second episode, which by the time, you know, I went on the show because when I got signed up for it, a friend of mine just randomly said, come over. I was eating in a restaurant right next to his house, and he's like, come over here. There's some RuPaul contest online. You've got to sign up for it. I was like, okay, I've had a contest on my own way. So when we posted some pictures, and they were voting at that point, and I immediately popped up to the top 10 or whatever, top 5 or whatever I was on that first page.
Well, I could see why. You look good.
And I have a huge fan base in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I'm very grateful, and I'm very aware that Atlanta has taken very good care of me. Even without that show, before that show, I was, you know, working 5 days a week. You know,
right.
So
you already had things going on.
Yeah. So Atlanta, you know, put me up in that top real quick, and then whenever I saw what it was, I was like, oh, this is really cool. You know, as far as for my son to be able to say, you know, my dad's a drag queen or female impersonator, but he's the best, one of the best, or the best, you know, was my goal at that point. You know, would have been, not that there's any shame in saying, you know, I work at Blake's or the Jungle or Lips Atlanta or Burkhart's or Felix's or any of the number of bars that I work at. You know, I've worked at every club in Atlanta. Not that that's not something that I'm not proud of, but for him to be able to say that is a different level. So that was really my goal. And then the second thing they had me doing is walking the street as a prostitute selling cherry pie, and then they want me to pole dance. And that's exactly the opposite of what I wanted to be doing on national television. I did not want to be pole dancing.
Oh, okay.
At all.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know,
I don't want to sell a cherry pie on the streets either.
I think I do a very adult show, but I also do an adult show for adults.
Right.
So once I was hit with those cameras, I became very aware of what
they wanted.
Was going to be available for my child and all his friends and all his non-friends to be able to get access to. You know, and as a parent, you have to think like that.
Well, absolutely, especially because your son's young. Actually, that was another question people wanted to know. How does your son feel about your career?
I mean, I haven't really asked him. I mean, he just now is 9. So.
Okay.
But, I mean, he's very aware of it. He knows that people come over. You know, when he was younger, now he can kind of run off and go play on his own.
Right.
But when he was younger, he was like, you're not allowed to talk to strangers, Dad, you know. I'm like, he's not a stranger. He's like, I just heard him say his name. You asked his name.
You knew what the
like,
stranger
well, I know
danger.
him from work, and he's like, you know, and he doesn't really, or people will be staring. He's like, they're looking at you, Dad. Those people know you from work, don't they? He's like, I knew it. He's like, I knew it. I could tell. And then, you know, and like he walks with me during Pride, and like,
oh, that's
we'll
awesome.
Walk down. He'll say that he's like, when I come to Midtown, everybody knows who I am.
Of course.
You know,
legendary.
He says I'm famous when I come to. I'm like, yeah, you're famous.
You're famous with me.
Well, because they do recognize him, and they do know who he is from the show. So.
Oh, okay,
like,
okay.
When the show first came out, I remember people would really kind of notice him before they noticed me sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, because he's you know, he's a very distinctive looking child, I think. And then in Midtown, you know, you're always looking at the kids, and I mean, I know several people would see him, and then they would look up and go, that's them, you know what I mean?
That's them.
Yeah.
Let's go say hi and get an autograph. I totally understand.
Yeah, he likes it. Like, he'll come home and he'll tell me that one of his teachers says to tell you that, you know, oh, my so-and-so teacher said that she knows you from the show, blah, 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 blah. And I don't know if he likes that or not, you know what I mean?
He will. Really if he doesn't, he will. He definitely will.
But, I mean, he still translates it, so I guess it's all right with him.
Another question, too, is everybody wants to know what your views are on Bruce Jenner, the hot topic of the month.
I kind of think it's sickening.
Do you?
Yeah.
I did not expect that from you.
Well, no, I did not expect it at all. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? When he started getting all the face work and stuff like that, I just thought, well, girl, he's just getting a touch-up. He just got divorced, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'd probably give me some filler, too, if I just got left. But anyway, no, when you watch that interview and he lets his ponytail down, it's just like a whole other person. And I know a lot of transsexuals.
Right.
So, and I've seen a lot of them transition, and I've seen a change in them.
Yes.
So, and it was like night and day to me when he took his hair down, and just like he kind of like glowed, almost like a pregnant woman to me. And it was just like so much. And when he said he just wanted his nail polish to chip, you know, and I'm sitting here and my nail polish is ate up right now. I'm just thinking, God, just to imagine that you couldn't do that because everybody in town would be like, he's got nail polish. You know what I mean?
Know.
And
well, I mean, it's been a long time. I mean, he's been like this for years.
To be who you want to be, even if it is at this age, even if it's only for a few years of your life. He could, surgery is not good at that age, and
no,
he could be. Something could happen.
Right, especially at that
while
age.
While going getting titties or a vagina or something. I mean, that's got to take.
But that's so true. I didn't even think of that.
Take some anesthesia.
Right. No, I didn't even think of that because of his age.
That's got to be difficult.
Right.
If you look at the end of the interview, he stands up and you can see he's got little.
He's got little
titties already growing.
Yeah, he definitely does. It looks like
I was like, what? When he stood up, he was like, girl.
Oh, my God.
He's got titties already?
He does.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad for him.
I'm proud of him. I think it's. I don't think it's a publicity stunt because
you don't. Okay, because that's what my other question was.
Why would you do this?
I don't know. Anything with the Kardashians, you never know if they're going for some kind of stunt, though.
I don't think so.
I don't think so with him, though. I agree.
I would expect one of the girls to become a big old bulldozer before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would think one of them is going to come out of the closet before.
Maybe Chloe.
She became a woman. Or even Chris with her little hair.
Oh, yeah. I
mean, she looks like she goes down on women all the time.
She might. She's got that little... that look.
See, maybe that's why she didn't mind him having titties when they got together.
I know. That's another curious point. It's like she must have known.
Figured this out.
All right, so
that'll be the cover of Star Magazine next week. Oh, she was into it.
She loved it. We heard it here on the SAC app, Dirty Water, with Nicole Paige Brooks.
Nicole exclusive.
Now, the last question they did have for you, though, was they want to know how you keep your figure.
Well, I used to have to not do anything. I used to say, oh, well, I sit up and go shopping. I sit up and drink. I sit up and... I say, oh, yeah, I do sit up. So I sit up and go to the mall.
Well, you're tall, right? How tall are you?
I have my father's body. I say that, too. You know, I'm blessed with, people are like, oh, you have the greatest, best legs. I say, oh, I have my dad's body. Thank you. You know, and I really do. He was always tall and thin, so he passed.
Right.
So.
Well, you're just lucky then. Because the rest of us all have to work out.
Oh, you have to work out?
We all do.
No, since I turned 40, I've been running and I've been doing yoga. And I like the hot Bikram yoga.
I love that. I do that too.
Running and doing yoga. I've went running twice so far this year, and I've done yoga 0 so far this year.
Really? I love hot yoga.
Those are the things I like to do, and we're talking about maybe me doing like 10 downward dogs and sun salutations in the house, and then
you're done?
Going for a run. But if I do go, I like to go to the hot yoga.
I do too.
Bikram yoga.
I do too. I do it all the time, actually, 3 to 4 times a week.
I don't really sweat that much, and I feel like I need to get these toxins out of me because vodka cannot be good in my body for this long.
Yeah, my wine, the red wine for me. Yeah, I understand that. Me and my cocktails, they need to get out of my body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say vodka has preserved me. I always thought vodka had 0 calories, but somebody told me that it does.
No, it doesn't, because it depends on what you add to it. It's 80 calories if you just put soda water in it.
See, I don't like soda water. I do Sprite, and I think that rounds it all the way
Yep. No, there's your calories.
So I just tell them just a splash of Sprite now.
Splash of Sprite and soda. You're good to go.
Yeah.
You'll have to come up here to Boston sometime, and we'll have you come drinking.
I would love to. You know, my sister Juju B from the show is up there.
That's right, Juju B.
Yeah, well, I think she may have moved to L.A., but that's her hometown. Yeah, right after the show, I came up there and visited her and hung out with her. She's probably, from the show, she's, besides Dominique that I already knew previous to being on the show, I'm the closest with her.
Oh, okay. I wonder if she is up here. I'd love to meet her. I could pull her onto the show.
She's great. She hasn't been on your show yet? She'd
no.
love to talk about sex, probably.
Oh, we love to talk about sex on my show. There isn't anything that we don't talk about. Sometimes I get some shy guests. It's really funny to put them on the hot seat.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. We do the top 5 SAC questions of the week, and some of them get a little squirmish.
Oh, yeah. Are we doing those too?
No, I didn't prepare those for you because I wanted to talk about you.
Where did they come from?
Huh?
Where did the top 5 SAC questions come from?
I have to do a little research, and I come up with little questions that throw people off.
Oh, yeah. I saw you do a quiz with somebody.
Yes.
That's right. I do remember. I watched that video that you sent me.
We got a couple up there. We're doing really good here. So.
Yeah.
So, do you have anything you want to tell our Boston listeners about yourself?
No, because I love Boston, but I don't do the cold. Sorry, y'all.
I know. We had a terrible winter.
Summer. I like P-Town. I was thinking of my website, but it's hideously out of date. Ever since my father passed, I've kind of just been avoiding it because I used to put these updates of what's going on in my life, and I just never wanted to do one about that, I guess.
Okay.
So I've stopped doing it, which is terrible. I'm sorry to all you who go look at it and think that I've just fallen off a planet.
You know what? Everybody wants more updates about you. I watch your Twitter. You gotta get on there daily.
I will. I'm pretty.
Once your mom starts feeling better.
Twittering and I'd like to. And if you tweet me directly, like you tweet at me or something like that, then I follow you. That's the only way I follow people. If you tweet like hi Nicole, or if you ask me to follow you, I'll follow you.
Nicole is very good about getting back to you as well, people.
Yes, I am. I like to. I mean, there might be a delay, but I will do it.
Definitely.
Yeah, and on my Facebook, I've been trying to update my fan page Facebook more. I'm sorry about that too, but Twitter is probably the best. And my Instagram, I don't know. I don't have a lot of followers on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I'll post the news.
Instagram's tough. I agree with that.
No, I can't post those. I have children that follow me.
We actually, at the SAC app, we got pushed off because of a picture we put up of my dog, and we hashtag sex, and the next thing I know, we were banned.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. So I have to do it under my personal one.
Sex or something.
He's super gay.
The dog?
Yeah, Bruiser. He's very lewd. He's very lewd. I'll tell you off air about him at another time.
Okay. That's crazy.
But I don't know how he got banned and got the SAC app banned from Instagram, so we had to start up a whole new page.
That is so funny. Okay, well, Instagram me. If you send me Instagram, if you say something to me on Instagram, I'll follow you.
That's
Instagram,
right.
If you say anything like that. But, yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on our show.
Do what?
Thanks for coming on my show tonight. We had a good time. Everybody needs to follow you. You're amazing, and I can't wait to get you up here to Boston. Actually, I might be in Atlanta soon, so I will talk to you about that.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll give you a tour of Atlanta now. I can show you around this city.
Oh, we're going to talk because I think I'll be down there, might be down there in June, so. All right, everybody.
Yay, absolutely.
We have Nicole Paige Brooks from RuPaul's Drag Race. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Georgia.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.